We're having mentee bees,
Mentee bee.
mental breakdowns, mentee bees over this bee nat. Because what is bee nat? Oh my God.
And she's caught another fly in her.
Intro.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode.
Hi, hi. How are you, Ruth?
Oh my god, long time, man. I feel like we've taken a break.
We've taken a break. We've taken multiple vacations before getting back here. But
Yeah.
it's
Where
been.
and all did you go?
I went to Canada, saw the Niagara Falls, and
Oh,
yeah,
yes, I saw your reel at Niagara. Maybe
yes,
we should. Editor, please post a snippet of Sanjana's at the Niagara.
yes. And we'll insert Ruth's video here of her daily vlogs. How is it going? Is it happening daily?
Bro, it's much more harder than I thought. Actually,
Yeah,
I
editing is.
started, yeah, I started recording just because at that time I was very busy, okay, and I was like, oh, this is a good time to document. But then the minute I started recording, I had so many other commitments and I was not able to find that time. And for that 1 week, I was like, oh my God, I have to record, I have to record. It kept going on at the back of my head. But after a week, I was like, this is getting too much, like to record and to edit and to think of like stuff as well, right? I was also recording when I was traveling and I was like, I'm not able to enjoy the travel because making
Yeah,
simply at the back of my head. I really,
that's like my biggest problem.
yeah,
That there is always something on our mind, like, oh, we have to edit, oh, we have to like do this, oh, we have to do that.
yeah.
Yes, I
And I feel
understand.
like in the fields that we are in, we have like so many things to juggle, right, at the same time. I mean, of course, everybody has their own share of problems. But like I see, right, there are those memes where you have like multiple tabs open in your head, like some song is playing on the background, and then you have like
Literally.
emails to answer.
I think that's a really big thing in terms of having work life balance, but this like work dance balance or work music balance, like whatever you're into, like partially pursuing another profession, right? I think most of the time, I'm always in this conflict between should I do dance practice now? Should I do music practice now? Should I do something work related only? And I'll be trying to sleep, and then suddenly I'll get this feeling of I didn't do any reel. I didn't do this. I didn't shoot this garment that I made. And like the guilt sets in, like, are we doing enough for that? Are we doing enough for this?
Yeah.
But yeah, how do you separate work life and dance life?
Honestly, I've not given this so much thought until like recently, okay? Because I used to feel like, okay, my 9 to 5 corporate job is like my job, and then dance is something I do outside of my 9 to 5. But after moving here, I've realized that my dance is also something that I want to pursue, right, over time. So that has also taken up like my work time. So it's like I'm either working my corporate job or I'm doing dance. And right now I'm at that phase where I want to consider dance also as part of my work because I teach and like I want to perform and stuff like that, right? So it's so hard for me to even find that small little time for myself. Like I agree, I dance
Yeah.
and like you, okay, you stress, you de-stress and stuff like that. But then to just chill, relax and like not think about dance or work and just like be in the moment and just, take a chill pill. I've not gotten to that point after I moved here, especially. I feel like everybody in the US are constantly like hustle, 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 hustle. Like every other person I know have a side business,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they just do it hand in hand with their corporate job. And I feel like in today's day and age, it is like very common to have a side business. Like earlier, it was like 9 to 5, then maybe side hustle or whatever, right? But
Yeah. There is no leisure. Like I said, there is that guilt
Yeah,
that, oh, why am I having fun?
yeah.
I think even we were discussing this, that we don't have tangible hobbies sometimes. I've made this big mistake, which I have realized last week,
Mm-hmm.
that everything that I took up, be it music, be it
Mm.
dance, I didn't make anything a hobby. I took up everything very seriously. And now I feel like if I don't achieve something in it, how? I have spent so much money, so much time, so much effort,
Exactly.
learning like this ocean of music, this ocean of dance, and how can I leave it behind? Like I have to incorporate it within, like, whatever I'm doing, work wise, fashion wise, whatever wise. Then I realized I all my hobbies are gone. Like they're all professions, and I don't have a tangible hobby. Is
Even
daunting.
with like Bharatanatyam or like every Indian classical dance, right? At least from what I'm seeing from the culture over here, they get to like Arangetram. Okay, Arangetram is their end goal when they join, right? And then once they get to Arangetram, it's done. That is the only reason, one of the main reasons why they get to Arangetram is so that they earn a credit to get into a university. Like that's it. Then it turns into, oh, there was a time when I used to learn Bharatanatyam. Like when I was younger, I used to learn Bharatanatyam. So that's kind of
Yeah.
sad that you have Arangetram as your goal, and
That's a little funny, isn't it? Because Arangetram is supposed to be Natya Arambham.
yes,
Like you're starting
yeah,
with your Arangetram.
yeah,
It is not the end.
yeah,
But somehow it has become like the end goal. That kind of sets the platform for you to go and do shows, which
yeah.
I think a lot of people have totally missed.
Yeah. And even like the quality, right? Like, I mean, I don't think the students are trained in today's day and age to perform a whole 30, 45 minute Varnam. It's all
Yeah.
reduced down. Like, I just attended an Arangetram where the Varnam was just 10 minutes. Why? Because audience
What?
will get bored. So they reduce the Varnam to 10 minutes. Literally, the whole program was hardly like what, 45 minutes to an hour long, and that was it. And it is very sad to see. Okay, like I'm not saying that I'm a pro like Rukmini Arundale level, okay, but still I have some knowledge, right? And the kind of music that they used was also like stuff picked from Indian raga, or like what you see on YouTube, and like no music credits, nothing. So
That is
instead,
like so
you
disheartening.
just see the choreo and then you like do it. I mean, yeah, it is. I don't know. Like, it's very sad.
This is the first time I'm hearing of a Varnam that's like 10 minutes. Varnam takes 10 minutes. If I'm doing a Carnatic music concert, the beginning, the start of it is with a Varnam
Yeah.
sometime. But for a dance, like Varnam is like the main piece. Our grandparents and like the older generation could cut off their phone, whatever, switch it off, go sit in a theater for 2 hours. There used to be
Yeah.
concert for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And now I think that luxury is gone.
Hmm. I also feel like, the kind of audience, right? I mean, to attend an Arangetram, you need to maybe be a little bit aware of what you're going for, right? Like, say, for example,
Right.
if we were to go and watch like a ballet or like Swan Lake, for example, right? Like,
Yeah.
if it was me, like, I would just go through at least the gist of the story so that I know
Yeah.
I have little bit of idea, because I'm not going there with a very blank slate that, oh, I don't know what these artists are performing. So I feel like it
Yeah.
also sort of falls on the audience, like the responsibility of the audience if they are coming to attend, so that they don't just sit through the entire thing thinking that when will this end, you know?
Yeah.
And that is
Good
also
point.
one of the reasons why the dancer thinks that, oh, I should not perform such a long piece. So,
Yeah.
if you
Absolutely.
want to connect to your audience, I feel like as an artist, you should sort of curate your pieces around who you're performing it in front of. Like, what do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, haven't we done that? Like, I mean, I'm sure, like, our gurus also had, like, they must have received show opportunities from different kinds of people. Like, now, we have danced for, like, a doctor's conference, and then we have danced for the Indian embassy. Like, there's, like, different things. And then each audience is different, of course. There is that mass audience, like when there's like 1,000 people
Yeah.
and you need more powerful songs and
Yeah.
you know things that would really hit a like an energy,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, we've had like compact audience and you can go more deep into
Yeah.
your subject and feelings and
Yeah.
do more emotional things over there
Yeah.
because it's a more compact space
Yeah.
and probably more understanding as to what you're doing. So I agree to that. But what you're saying is that it has to happen two ways as well.
Hmm.
These days, I don't know how many people attend. I mean, Margari
Yeah.
season used to be like a real fight. And now I feel like tickets and whatever, like it's so hard to get people to come and attend.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
Um, it's really hard, like unless you have like a big group of people
Yeah.
performing.
But for me, I feel very sad because so there was this event that I went last weekend, okay? So the promotion was very inspiring. Like they promoted the event as though it is like this really high quality dance production that they're doing with like very senior experienced artists as a group, right? And then when I went for it, I traveled a lot, by the way. I went all the way and I attended it. But then they had juniors as well. It was like an annual day of sorts. And they had juniors, and Sanjana, you will not believe, they danced to Coco Melon song.
Kokoman.
There's that song, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you serious?
And I was so sad, dude, watching that. I was like, I should just, like, why am I here? You know?
This is like wrong advertising.
I feel like, do you not feel guilty when you're doing this? Like, why would you
Yeah.
do it? Like, I would feel so guilty that, oh my God, I'm taking such a precious art form and I'm putting it in such a low category.
Yeah, it's not treated right in the sense that, you know, you're taking something so serious and then like it goes into something like this. It's really heartbreaking because what happens to these margams and all of these things that we've been doing?
Yeah.
Okay, forget margams for a second, but there are contemporary pieces also where Bharatnatyam is
Yeah.
used. But there is a certain way of combining these things very nicely because if you're doing an art form, we're mixing two dance
Yeah.
forms, there has to be some kind of technique to it and everything. But I feel that is where the issue is, where people are just like, oh, I know a little bit of Bharatanatyam, I know something, I attended like some two classes, let's just put any hasta here and like just show it like this or like that, and that's just painful to watch.
But where do you draw the line, right? Because like that, if you look at like any piano player and he takes a song from like a violin or like even completely different from Western music, right? And he plays some random Bollywood song on a piano in like the whole Western classical style. Is that
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where would you draw the line? Would that be considered as disrespect to Western music?
No, see, these things happen, right? Like we have AR Rahman mixing everything everywhere, right?
Hmm.
But we like it because it's done tastefully.
Hmm.
If it's done with the right intention, it's a very, very complicated way of explaining, I guess, because I can count Instagram like right now.
Hmm.
Like if I open my explore feed, there's at least 20 different dance
Hmm.
reels for
Hmm.
sure. In those 20 dance reels, at least 10 of them have some form of like classical dance in it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Trending
I
audios.
don't know. Trending, yeah, trending audios.
Hmm.
Can you blame the audience or can you blame the artist? Or both? I don't know. Is the artist doing it because the audience wants
Yeah.
this? Or is the audience consuming it because the artist is doing it?
Yeah.
Uh,
This should be a question for
it,
our viewers. Like, let us know in the comments what you all think because we are
yeah.
confused.
But I think, yeah, like this Coco Lemon thing is a little too much. I mean, it's really a stretch.
Yeah, yeah. Even the whole like, I really like the whole concept of the Markham, like the way you. uh, So I don't know if you know this, okay? The reason why there are certain number of choreographies in a markham is for the artists themselves. So they start with an invocatory or like an alaripu, right? So that is where the artist's body just like opens up and like warms up. So the word alaripu means to
Right.
bloom. And then as they progress, there would be a Jatiswara, and Jatiswara is sort of like to showcase their nritta part of it, like their footwork, their technique, right? And then when you go to the Varnam, you start looking at your hero or your heroine at the highest form. So in this case, it's always like someone who's above you. So it's the divine being, right? And that is how a Varnam starts. And from there, it sort of comes down to the level of the artist in the sense that, okay, in a Shabdam, he's not that supreme that you can't touch him. Like, he's still there and you're still accessible to him. And when you come to a Padam, and Javali, like Javali is like, okay, he's like me. He's a common man, or like she's a common man. So the view of the Naika keeps changing and evolves as you progress. And the end is when you're just uniting with your Naika or Nike, right? So I like how so
Nice.
beautifully this is crafted. And there is a logic
I
behind,
didn't know this actually.
yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know this. I mean, I did notice it, but then I didn't look at it in that angle that, like, above you and then, like, equal to
Yeah,
you. And
I mean, like, that's how the choreographies are as well. The reason why it's a 30-minute item, according to me, is because you are not in that state to meet even eye to eye with him. Like, because if he is God, then I don't even have that sort of respect. So that's why I don't dare to look at him in the eye. So the time
right.
you take to just bring yourself in front of God will take 10 minutes. How can you finish a Varnam in 10 minutes?
Correct.
So I
Correct.
feel like all of this, right? Only I'm not saying a dance audience would know, but a dancer should take that responsibility that, oh, if I'm doing a Varnam, then this is how it should be. Or don't do a Varnam at all.
See, Varnam is one thing. That is the highest form, like the peak of
Yeah,
dance,
yeah.
right? In 10 minutes, what can you show in a Varnam?
Right.
Which is what you're saying. So, 10 minutes Varnam means what? Like, you'll just do Pallavi, Anupallavi, Charanam, Pallavi,
What happened? The
Anupallavi,
first
uh,
Trikala Jati
Kalyanam.
only, first Trikala Jati will be like 1, 3, 4 minutes. They're only gone.
Yeah, we have like four jatis, and like, what will the audience even understand? And
I mean, yeah, like back then, when I used to go for competitions, like state level competitions and all, they used to do Varnam for 10 minutes. Because if you're a senior student, like that is where you can judge the dancer's ability to express as well as show technique. Because through Jatis, you show your technique, through the Sahityam and Sanchari
yeah,
Bhavam, you show your Abhinaya, right? So it has a
correct.
combination of both. So for competitions, they used to do 10-minute Varnam, but doing that for a show, I felt like it was not required. But yeah.
The level of importance that now we see, right, in different kinds of things, say for fashion. For example, now Prada has released the Kolhapuris. It's our
Yeah.
Kolhapuri. But I'm just saying it all comes back to our roots from where everything started. I feel like that importance is not given properly. Apart from a few artists who are actually taking good measures to make sure that their students are also like that, and the traditional method of teaching and everything. But in the states, right, I have seen so many teachers now. I don't know how much they have learned or how much they have done. But in the name of Bharatnatyam, you're taking so many classes, and it's not even right the way you're teaching what you're doing, and you're charging so many dollars to it, like your students. And if your students or their parents are unaware of what it is that you're teaching, it's so easy to just
Yeah.
get past it, get away with it, right? That some random Bharatnatyam you're teaching or whatever Kuchipudi, if you're not aware of it very much, you can just get away with it and say, oh yeah, it's just like semi-classical or something, and like that's it. They get the money and they walk away. In our class, we were not taught theory as such. It just used to happen, slowly evolve with the years, right? And that's how we learned. And through experience, go perform with your guru, understand, or watch them. You have to go and watch more people. Without doing all that, I don't know how someone can just go for 2 months of class and then do Arangetra. No. That's not how it works, right?
Again, we have taken our hobby to such an extent that we wanted to be so good at it that we could make a career out of it. But if you just look at people around you, they just pursued it as a hobby, and then one day they were like, oh, let me just start teaching. Again, we have that problem. Like, we don't want to do things if it's not perfect. It's such a toxic trait. I'll be like so critical. I have 100 videos on my phone which I have not posted simply because I feel like it's not good enough.
So, I mean, yeah, we're still there. We're still trying to accept who we are, right? And it's really hard. I think
I just feel like we have way too high expectations from ourselves. That
we have high expectations.
yeah.
We had to kind of make up, right? Like there are other students in our class in school, and they're all doing so well in education. There was this typical, you have to go for bachelor's, you have to go for master's, you have to go for work, you have
There
to.
was a set path.
How can we break from that and decide before college that I'm going to go for dance? Aren't we doomed then? How
But
can
again,
we?
if you're one generation younger than us, right? Is that how you say it?
Gen Z, you mean?
You're like a Gen Z, right? Because there are courses right now, social media influencer, or there is social media marketing. So there are all these courses that are curated around social media and around like Instagram and platforms like that. If you are into dance, it is way easier to make a career out of it by putting that out on social media because you are getting trained, and on the other side you're taking a course on social media, so you can just club the two together and make a career out of it online. So I feel like if you're a Gen Z, you're good, honestly.
Do you want to go with me on a social media course?
Bro, I feel like we're too old.
Let's go learn the terms. Let's go find out what is Riz
Riz,
and what is
BNAT.
BNAT. Please, I have come across this. I don't know who has come across this term. Me and Ruth have lost.
Who coined this term, BNAT? Like,
BNAT stands for Bharatnatyam. Seriously. We're having mentee bees.
mentee B.
Mental breakdowns, mentee bees over this BNAT. Because what is BNAT? Oh my god. Please, God, do anything, but please, not BNAT. Not BNAT, please. At least our generation was small words like laugh out loud,
Yeah.
LOL, raffle. We were using all this. That is still understandable. Those were actual abbreviations of the words. What is BNAT? What is.
There's another one, right? Starting from S.
For doing
Skibbity. Skibbity.
skibidi, skibidi,
Yeah.
skibidi. I only know Scooby Doo. I don't know skibidi, man. What is skibidi? Ruth, we are old, but we will still do it.
Yeah, I just feel like I've not come to accept the fact that Instagram influencer and all is like an actual real job that pays you very good money, you know? Like my brain is not able to process that. Because, when I was in college, there were these apps called Dub Smash and
Dub smash, yes.
Musically.
Musically,
I was
musically.
super active on all of that. We had like a dub smash competition in school, like in college. And like I was super into that, but I got nothing in return, man. Now look, all these people who are like, okay, so dub smash probably evolved into something else, but musically evolved into TikTok, I think.
TikTok, Dub Smash. I remember I used to make with my sister and my cousin and all.
I
And
used to love those Kareena Kapoor dialogues from K3G. How dare you?
the poo phase.
Yeah, and even like Piku's. Oh my God, I have like so many videos of.
Piku.
Yeah, Piku. She look at her dad's report and she be like, BP money normal, something normal. Like she used to have this. So I made this video with like glasses and like Piku's bindi and.
We need to see these videos. We need to see these videos.
They're like super cringe now. But look at the people who are doing videos now, man. They're getting paid by brands to promote their product. Like, where was all this back then?
I used to make a lot of videos. I used to make music covers and all that and put it on YouTube. I used to call myself Citizen of Mad. citizen of music, art, and dance.
Wow.
That was my Instagram account for a very long time, like till college
Really?
ended or something. And then I made it Sanjana Umesh. I can't believe I've actually done like proper animation from like drawing by hand.
Really?
And yeah, I go back to it now and I'm like, I did so much hard work. Like, life is so testing. Sorry, guys, if this is becoming depressing.
Yeah, we've just had a very rough week. Just out here ranting, venting, whatever you'd like to call it. Kidding. Oh, I feel like millennials have seen a lot. I know, I agree, grandparents and all have seen a lot, but I feel like as millennials, we have been dealing with a lot.
Yeah, we have. We should address it. But you know what? We should do like one episode where we talk about good stuff and achievements too.
Mm,
Because we
yes.
have done a lot. Like, we have actually gone through that change from like that old thinking to new thinking, which
Yeah.
recently I saw Kenny Sebastian's stand up, which talks about like millennial problems and
Oh, really?
yeah.
I was a very big fan of Kenny Sebastian. He did this one set where he spoke about Medimix so much.
We were just watching it recently. I was showing Adi because he hadn't watched it before. Oh my
It was
God.
really funny. I think that was the video that made me follow him.
Yeah,
I was
same.
super impressed.
He was like, we can take Medimix and like hit somebody with it and they'll definitely be hurt. He was
And
like,
it got like the family generation because of the hair that's on this
oh
song.
my God, yeah, oh my God. I think that's a very
Oh.
classic YouTube video.
Oh my God, just imagine if somebody creates a reaction video to our podcast.
Feel free to do that, guys.
If you got Riz,
Yeah,
you got Riz.
if you got raised in you, I think we're using it wrong. Lol. But this is fun. This was a fun episode. We like just touched the tip of the iceberg, but we always have a lot more to talk about.
Always. And
Always.
if you're a viewer and if you guys have any suggestions, any ideas, anything that you all want to ask us or want us to like discuss, please drop them in the comments below.
Also, please tell us if you support or not support the term BNAT. Because we are not supporters, but we want to
Yes.
know who is supporting the term BNAT. We are we will file the petition depending on the comments.
Thank you for joining us. If you watched our video all the way until here, thank you so much for supporting us.
And see you in the next episode and let us know what you want to hear about next. Although we always go off topic or somewhere else, but we will come back to your topic.